Cuban-Americans came together again on Friday, July 23rd, in support of the anti-government protests that are occurring in Cuba. The protests are demanding freedom from the oppressive communistic dictatorship that it's endured for the last 60 years. Some of the mainstream media outlets have attempted to put a spin on the upheaval in Cuba, putting forward falsehoods to promote other agenda. And among the ones I've heard is that Cubans are protesting a lack of vaccines. Another is that they're protesting the United States. This is as far from the truth as it gets. Cubans are actually asking us to help. We speak with one of the organizers of today's rally for Cuba, and he tells you the real and only reasons Cubans are risking their lives to protest and what the situation is like there.
What's up, guys? So Jason Canella here. I want to thank Mark for being out here and capturing this moment, which is extremely important to us, not just myself. For those of you that do not know, there is a major crisis going on in Cuba. It did not just start now, it's been going on for 60 plus years. The Cuban regime has had their foot on the necks of the Cuban people, suffocating them and robbing them of their freedom of speech, of their freedom to be free. For way too long. The people of Cuba are tired. The people of Cuba are on the streets fighting with sticks and stones, literally fighting with sticks and stones against militants who are aiming weapons at them and shooting at point blank range. Children, adults, senior citizens, they do not care. For the government, it's about control, it's about power. It has absolutely nothing to do with the embargo. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything besides the simple fact that the people of Cuba are crying for freedom. They're crying for democracy. The people of Cuba do not have the ability to go out and speak without being reprimanded. So it is our duty as first-generation Cubans, and not just Cubans, Venezuelans, Mexicans, Nicaraguans, Colombians, anybody that knows what oppression is. I think what better place than America, the land of the free, to stand up for freedom. This isn't about being Republican or being Democrat and thinking which side may have the better result. No, this is about both parties coming together, making a bipartisan agreement that what's going on in Cuba needs to come to an end. The people of Cuba deserve freedom because we all do. Freedom.
Today's rally for Cuba met at Porto's Bakery in Glendale. It's the second rally for Cuba and one of many happening at other Porto's Bakery locations. The restaurant chain is known for its Cuban origins. Currently, Cuban authorities are killing unarmed civilians who are protesting against a regime that's brought them misery, pain, and suffering. There's currently an online petition being signed asking the American military to intervene to save the lives of the Cuban civilians. I'll link to it in the text. In the last year, freedom has become the hot topic around the world, for obvious reasons. We're seeing marches of people numbering in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, in the UK, Greece, France, and other countries. But nowhere is the situation more critical than what's occurring now in Cuba. As the protests broke out, the Cuban government was quick to block all communication, making it impossible for the Cuban people to communicate with the rest of the world and show the atrocities and human rights violations that are occurring. I present this video to bring you as much info and truth as I can. Please take the time to sign the petition urging the United States to help Cuba and do what you can to support Cuba in its time of need. They're our brothers. In the United States, we've come to take our freedom for granted, and because of that, it's currently at risk here as well. As Cuba, China, Venezuela, and other countries have lost their freedom have demonstrated, once freedom is lost, it's nearly impossible to get it back. Let's help Cuba, but let's also value and fight for what it is we have here before it's too late.